But the Masters happens in a little town called Augusta, Georgia. And so some people actually call this the Augusta rule. Because what happens is these landowners and homeowners in Augusta, Georgia have a whole influx of spectators that come in. Well, they rent out their homes for a very nice rental amount, and they only do that for like 10 days-ish. Well, there happens to be a tax rule that I'm convinced was put into place by Augusta landowners years ago that defines what a rental activity is for us. Now, bear with me, listeners. This tip is going to save you $3,000 to $6,000 in taxes. The tax rule says if I rent a property for more than 14 days, that makes it a rental activity, which means I have to claim rental income, all that stuff. Like, it has to be filed. If I have a property and I rent it less than 14 days, it is not considered a rental activity, which means I do not have to report any of my income on that property if I rent it out for less than 14 days. Well, it just so happens, like with the Augusta rule, these guys are not renting it out for 2 straight weeks. So all that income they get from renting out their homes, they don't have to report it anywhere. No taxes paid. So how does this relate to us? As a business owner, I'm supposed to have corporate meeting minutes. I'm supposed to have meetings. Well, why don't we be responsible business owners and say, I'm going to have a monthly board meeting. And instead of renting a hotel or another space, I'm going to rent my house. I'm going to rent the space of my house. So once a month, I have a meeting at my house. Now my business is going to pay me personally to rent that house. So my business gets a rent expense because it's ordinary and necessary and helpful and appropriate, lowers my taxable income. I do not have to pick it up as rental income. So my taxable income stays lowered because I don't have to then claim it somewhere else. It's one of the easiest, lowest hanging fruits for a business owner. Rent your house 1 day a month. You're under the 14 days. As a general rule, we recommend $1,250 for the day use.